Hafade, and welcome to another episode of My Story. Our next story is about Patrick Cruz, a son, brother, boyfriend, and soon-to-be father who was diagnosed with not one, but two life-threatening diseases. The first is lung cancer, and that was coupled with a heart anomaly. When we first aired this episode, Pappy was in the Philippines receiving treatment, including immunotherapy and radiation therapy. However, it is with the heaviest of hearts that we report. Since the first airing of his episode, Pappy has since passed away peacefully, surrounded by his beloved family and friends. When we come back, you'll have the opportunity to hear about Pappy's story and the passion in him to live for his family. Hafade, and welcome back to My Story. I'm your host, Janella Carrera. And like I mentioned earlier, joining us in this episode is Patrick Cruz, also known as Pappy by his friends and family. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with us on such short notice. And knowing that you're about to leave the island in just a few days, you were able to make time for us. So I really, really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me, Janella.
Of course, of course. So, you know, and just some of the pre-interview questions that I had with you, sounds like what you're going through right now is a very unique case. I mean, being diagnosed with cancer in and of itself is already a very tough and hard experience to have, but everything else that's been happening in your life adds to it. But before we get to that, I just kind of want to know, you know, what you were doing before any of this happened. What was your life like? You know, what was your daily routine like? Can you tell us about it?
Basically, I was just living a normal life. You know, I thought it was a healthy life, but you know, I had some bad habits too. You know, just being young, and you know, enjoying every part of it. You know, which is drinking and smoking. Yeah, and
wait, that's youth, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, and
you're how old?
32 years old.
32. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so I'm 32, and yeah, I'll be 33 later on this year in November. But other than that, yeah, I was just, you know, just living, doing a lot of work at, you know, just at the house, over at my job at Cabris Marine as a water apprentice, and. Yeah, just, you know, spending time with family and friends, you know, whoever I made time for, you know, and, you know, just help out as much as I can with anyone, you know, who needed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what happened? Tell us from the beginning how this all came about. Were you having symptoms? Were you going in for like a physical?
Well, it all like started with coughing, like, you know, it was uncommon that I would cough a lot, and then it started getting really heavy, and then with that was like around maybe February, and then around March, it worsened, and I started getting chest pains, and then back pains when I would, you know, sleep at night or take a nap. You know, basically like every time I lay down, I would feel the pain, and.
This was a cough that was kind of like out of the blue. It wasn't accompanied by like a runny nose or fever.
Yeah.
It was just a cough.
Yeah, it was just coughs, and you know, it would sometimes keep me awake at night, or you know, my girlfriend and the kids, and you know, I felt bad because I just like, you know, cough in their face, and you know, they're sleeping and they wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, and so one day, you know, I finally decided to get checked because, you know, that was just like, the pain was just getting stronger, you know, to the point, not to the point where I couldn't handle it, but I just didn't want to, you know, I just wanted to get checked already, because it's been going on for a while, and so we went to go get checked at AMC, and you know, I explained my symptoms to the doctor, and then they did a chest X-ray. And when we got the readings later on, she said it was, you know, a possible lymphoma cancer, because they saw like something, I think, protruding from the lungs, and like an anomaly like in the heart area. and she was hoping that, it wasn't TB, so she, she gave me she excused me from work for about a month until we could get some tests going. And, she gave me referrals to the heart cardiologist and also the oncologist. And from everything thereon was just a matter of testing and, just waiting for results.
What month was this? Around what time frame?
That was May.
May. Oh wow,
Yeah.
this is so recent.
Yeah, that was just a few months ago, and it was crazy because after taking the testings, after seeing the oncologist, he said that there was a small hole in my heart, which was a common, which is common for babies. It's called atrial septal defect, ASD.
ASD.
Yeah, and he said it's common for kids, and it could be it goes away like when it's detected at an early age. But for some that's not detected, it won't hit you until you're in your mid 30s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
in
this
midlife.
could be something that you've had since birth.
Yeah,
It just wasn't caught at that time,
yeah.
and then it stayed there. Wow.
Yeah, and then so when he told me that, he said we're just gonna wait for some more testing, and we're gonna schedule for later appointments, and we'll see what we could do for you there. And the other times, I was just waiting for the testings for the oncology, and from the they thought it was gonna be a lymphoma cancer, and then I think maybe just about last month, I got to see Dr. Scott Shea. He was able to do the biopsy right here on my collarbone area. And I just had to wait for the results on that. And I think he was leaving off island. And then so there was this one Tuesday night, I was in so much pain, I wasn't given any meds or
No pain
painkillers,
medication.
nothing.
Wow.
So just every night, every day, I was just going through so much pain.
Wow.
And I couldn't sleep. I finally won't get sleep until 3 o'clock, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we went to go get checked at urgent care at URMC, and I was hoping that they could prescribe me some painkillers.
Right.
And the doctor there, she was able to get the readings for us. So
For the biopsy.
yeah.
Okay.
And then so she gave it to us, and that's when we found out that I had lung cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's stage 3.
Wow. This was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago. And I didn't know what to think. I was like, there's so many things just coming at me, and I don't know how to take it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, because you've got the heart, and then you've got lung cancer, and it's stage 3.
Yeah.
Who was with you at the time when you received the news?
It was mostly my girlfriend, and if she couldn't make it, then it'd be my mom or my older sister, my sibling. I just wanted to try to get everyone involved.
Yeah.
Because the hardest thing to do was tell my family the news, but not knowing the real answer to what about my condition.
Right.
And we didn't want to cause any fuss or problems. So we just had to make them wait patiently. But they didn't have that because they wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. How did they take the news?
Not well. No one took it well. I don't think anyone can ever take that well.
Of course.
And especially because I'm the youngest of 6. I have 1 brother and 4 sisters. And
You're the baby.
Yeah, I'm the baby. And it's just, I'm sure it's just hard for them to hear that.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. And
Well, I know you're leaving Ireland in a few days to get treated in the Philippines. Which of the 2 cases, the cancer and then the heart defect, do you know which of the 2 is of more I guess, urgency to treat, or are they equally the same, or, you know, can one be treated while the other is, you know, left there for a while, or?
Well, that's what I'm hoping to find out in the PI, you know, since it's all going to be under one roof, you know, that, you know, they could get the team assembled, and, you know, they hope to God that, you know, they have a plan, and because they don't right now.
This is not common, you know. You don't get two major, you know, types of diagnoses all at once.
Yeah, and the thing that's scary too is because, like, it could be an open heart surgery, and then I don't know how that's gonna affect the cancer.
Right.
But then it's just like really complicated, because if they're to close that heart, what they prefer to do is like go through, like, I think the lower area.
Oh, okay.
So that way they can, like, you know, just do whatever they need to there. But
Kind of like a stent type procedure.
Yeah, because the heart's like in a really complicated area.
Right.
Open heart was, like, you know, the last option, but you know, then it could also, you know, make the cancer spread, and that was another thing too, was that I think what was it, just last week, or maybe about a week and a half ago, I got to see two of the doctors for a follow-up, and this was like after an MRI and a CAT scan. They gave us the readings, and they said I'm now stage 4.
You're now stage 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the cancer spread.
Oh my gosh.
So, and there's an anomaly in my pelvic region. If it is, you know, hopefully it's not, pray to God. It could be a bone cancer, or it could have gotten to the marrow, and, you know, be able, or it's gonna break, like, you know, that part of the region. So, you know, I just hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And also with the heart, it's causing blood clots, and, you know, it's, I guess, like, I don't know how it works, but 'cause I'm not a doctor, but it's like going around the body and like going up to the brain.
Yeah.
And it's causing many strokes, because I've been having really bad headaches,
Wow.
migraines, and on some 5 different occasions I lost, like, temporary sight,
Oh my God.
like on one eye, so, you know, I couldn't see.
Wow.
And so when we told the news to everyone, well, that was the worst news that we could get. And you know, we always have, like, family get together when we have a follow-up or checkup, so we can have everyone there,
Yeah.
and, you know, just tell everyone at one time, and, you know, just to put some positivity in there.
Right.
You know, my girlfriend and I found out, you know, we're expecting one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be a number 1 for me, number 1 for us.
For the two of you together.
Yeah.
But
And,
you also
know,
have stepchildren with her.
Yeah, and, you know, they're amazing. They're all amazing. You know, they become a big part of my life. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I want to fight this. You know,
Absolutely.
I want to get to see them all grow up. You know.
Of course. Of course. Well, we're going to take a short break. I think this is a perfect time for you to take a short break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Hafide, and welcome back to My Story Again. I'm your host, Janella Carrera, and as you already know, sitting with me is Patrick Cruz, also known as Pappy, or Pap to his stepkids. So you had me in near tears there with everything that you just explained, and then, you know, baby on the way. And I know that you're leaving in a couple of days to go to the Philippines, right? Yes. You'll be treated at St. Luke's. I understand that, you know, with the heart and then the lung cancer diagnosis, this is a very convoluted, complicated case, unique, and maybe not something that many doctors have experienced, because you have a cardiologist that you have to work with, oncologists that you have to work with, and I'm assuming even just your general health, you know, as well. What are you, when you get there, what are you expecting to be done?
Well, shoot, I haven't thought about that, but what I expect is, just the team of doctors, just to work together and, just to get the testings and the results quick as possible, so that way we can, get things going and, get results and, just start on everything,
Yeah.
I just want them to be organized and ready.
Right. To kind of just tell you, look, this is it. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
None of this uncertainty, because there's the heart issue and then there's the cancer issue. What are your doctors here in Guam saying about the two cases? Right now they seem separate, but when you go to the Philippines, maybe you're hoping for it to be just one case so that they can treat it, right?
Yeah.
What are they telling you?
Well, just because with everything, the heart and the lungs, it's just like a really complicated case, just because with the hole being in a really hard area for them to reach to, and I don't know if they weren't sure which to attack first or treat first, whether it was the cancer or do the heart first.
Right. Because if you do the heart surgery, with the cancer factored in, will your body be able to handle heart surgery? But if they treat you with the cancer chemotherapy, will your heart be able, right? So that's kind of like, which one do we treat first, or can both be treated at the same time? Those are some of the questions you want answered.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping to. I believe that they'll have a plan already.
Yeah. So they're aware, when you get there, they're kind of aware of this unique case already. Yes. They have like a heads up of what they're looking at.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I'm praying that they do, because I'm ready, and hopefully they'll be ready too, because I'll open my heart to them.
Figuratively and literally if you have to, right?
Yeah.
So you mentioned that the cancer had spread, and you're now at stage 4. What parts of your body has it spread to?
Well, I guess it spread more and around the lungs, and then went down to my lower abdomen area, so in the stomach region, and then down to the pelvic.
If let's just say that you didn't have the heart defect, and they had found the cancer diagnosis, by itself, just as a cancer diagnosis, they would have been able to treat you immediately, right?
Yes.
With the chemotherapy and whatever else they need to.
Yes, because they already had the results already, but just because the whole heart thing,
Right. And then if you never had any kind of cancer diagnosis and it was just the heart problem, they would have been able to treat you for that as well, right? Immediately.
Yeah, it would have been a quick, just heart surgery, close up that hole, and just back to living a normal life.
Right. Did you ever, growing up, did you ever experience any kind of heart problems, or did you ever have any breathing issues?
Maybe, as a kid, everyone has shortness of breath, because we have so much energy,
right?
And we're always going to breathe hard after we take a break. But I thought it was normal, but I don't think I've ever experienced that.
It's never gotten to the point where you're like, maybe I have a heart problem.
Yeah,
right.
Never did.
You were just like a normal kid growing up, playful, whatever.
Yeah, play in the jungle.
Yeah.
Not the iPads.
I know how you feel, because I used to do that too. Jungle, no iPads.
Yeah, let's play hide and go seek, or Simon Says.
Yeah. And then, do you have in your family? Is there a history of any heart problems?
No, of both sides of my family, my mom and dad's side. I know my dad's side was their case is more of diabetes.
Oh, okay.
And my mom's is more, I think, high blood pressure.
Okay, but nothing, no heart.
No, as far as I know. But then I did remember my grandpa from my father's side, I think, having colon cancer. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So. Now, this might be a sensitive topic to bring up, but you were a smoker. You did smoke.
Yes.
And so that probably answers the question of, perhaps where the lung cancer came from. But then again, there are people who've smoked their whole lives and have never been diagnosed with cancer,
Yeah.
right? You've quit
I
since.
quit. Yeah. I couldn't take it anymore. I wanted to get better. And, they said, you just got to quit, if you want to recover faster for a healthier recovery. So, I finally quit.
You finally did.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have a hard time doing it. But I haven't craved for it.
Oh, good.
It was a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah.
Because, this is life or death,
Right.
And, that's the only way I'll be able to see my son,
Yeah. Or daughter.
Or daughter.
Right, yes.
Most likely son.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if I quit and then stay strong in that fight, and just kick cancer in the butt, and just gotta be strong in there.
When did you find out about the baby news? Was that before or after the diagnosis?
I think after.
After.
Yeah. Well, there were some pregnancy tests, that,
Yeah.
she went through. But yeah, I think after maybe a couple, we finally
Confirmed
knew the answer.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. As a young man who's going through such a difficult time in his life, with two different very serious conditions, finding out you have a child on the way, and everything just kind of flashing in front of you. What is in your thought process when you wake up in the morning, when you go through the day? I know you've lost some weight. You're in pain because you're not being treated at all at this point. No pain meds, nothing.
No, well, pain meds I finally got. Yeah.
Like OTC over the counter, or did they give you actual?
Actual oxycodone.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But tell us, how life has changed.
Well, it's just it was just I'm just more thankful, for everyone and all the support, especially with my family and my girlfriend and my friends, because if none of this was happening, I'm just like everyone else, you don't know how much people care about you until they feel
Until you're there and you really need it.
Yeah.
Right? You really need
and
it.
you have all of this love and support coming to you and to to everyone else who's sick. So it made me appreciate life more, and I'm so thankful and blessed for them, for all that you've done. I mean, they're pretty much handling everything. All I have to do is just
wake up and breathe and keep going, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm just scared of is, not waking up and not knowing, I'm awake or not.
Yeah,
And
it's a different mindset from just a few months ago, where you're, people who are generally just healthy take advantage of their life, right? They just go to work and,
Yeah.
a regular day. But now for you, it's like every day you wake up, it's like, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a reason for that, right?
Yes, there is. And I'm like, I really appreciate it that I still have, my heart's still beating, and my lungs are still making me breathe.
I'm sure the doctors are looking at you like, you're lucky to be here, right?
Yeah, and I'm thankful to be here.
What's your
And,
girlfriend's name?
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christine.
Thanks, babe.
And your family. I mean, let's
Yeah, my
give them
family
a
too.
shout out.
Thanks to my girlfriend and her girls. You guys been a big part of my life, in the last year, and hoping and looking forward to, living a longer, happy and healthier life, and for eternity, and also to especially my brother and my sisters, my mom. They've been a big help too. They've been there, even Christine since day one. And I just humbly ask for your patience, and we'll get through this, we got this. And my dad, who can't be here, because he's out in the States, but he's there in his prayers and his thoughts. And I just wanted them to know that I'm not gonna give up.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
Just don't give up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up.
Well,
I got a lot of fight in me.
Yes, I can tell. Pappy, thank you so much for joining us on such short notice. And from all of us here at My Story, we're going to be rooting for you. I'm sure I'll be keeping in touch with your friends to see how you're doing.
Yeah.
And hopefully, when you come back to Guam, we can do like a second episode with you and update and find out how you beat cancer and the heart condition. So thank you so much, and we extend our prayers and our thoughts to you and your family.
Okay, thank you very much for having me.
Of course.
And I'll see you when I get back.
Yes. All right.
And I just want to thank everyone else for your prayers and your donations. And thank you very much from friends, extended family, and strangers. It means a lot. And I'll live again. I'm gonna live to see my child grow.
Yes.
And live a long, happy life.
Thank you.
Okay,
We'll put up the GoFundMe account, right? You have a GoFundMe?
Yes.
Okay, we'll put that link up right after this short break. Thank you again.
Okay,
We'll be right
you.
back. Welcome back. Again, we would like to inform our viewers that it is with deep, deep sadness that we learn of Pappy's passing. He died on August 29th in the Philippines while receiving treatment. He was surrounded by the love of his family and friends. Pappy's funeral has been scheduled for September 10th at 9 a.m. at the San Roque Church in Barrigada. Burial will follow at Aguon Memorial Park, Ladzing. We here at My Story would like to send our deepest condolences to Pappy's family and friends. It truly is a huge loss for us and for our community. And we hope that you, our viewers, were inspired by Pappy's kindness and desire to fight for his life. But we are comforted to know that he is no longer suffering and that he is now resting comfortably among the angels.